Hello, hello, hello. It's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb here. So excited to have Dr. Ken D. Berry coming up next. Hi, it's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb, interjecting a quick editor's note. So we have broken this up into a two-part series just because it was so long and we had so many questions. So if you have other questions for upcoming videos, put them in the comments below. But this is part one of part two. And I'm just waiting for Dr. Ken to come in. I have tons of questions. Tons. I even highlighted them in my son's Crayola so I could ask the most pressing questions that were repeated a bunch. So I'm really, really excited. Hi, love. So I'm just waiting for Dr. Ken to buzz on. While we're waiting for Dr. Ken, I'm going to put in the description link his #1 best-selling book from Amazon. It's seriously awesome. I purchased it, but I have not fully read it the way I want to, just because I have my 2-year-old. But that is my intention this weekend, is to get totally caught up on that sucker, because it's a good book. Mitz, my doctor, told me it's really good. So I am just waiting over here to buzz on with Dr. Ken. And 1 second, I'm just checking my stuff, and Dr. Ken will be on here shortly with us. I'm going to get some of my Perrier Pellegrino mixture to kick this Friday off. I'm really excited to talk to Dr. Ken. We've got some great questions today for him that you guys have submitted. So if you have any other questions to submit, put them below. Also, if you have anybody, share this video. Please share this video. Click like, click subscribe. With the new algorithms on social media, you won't see us if you don't interact with us. So please make sure that you click like, click subscribe, and share it. Jenna, I'm going to add, with my Crayola marker, I'm going to add, Jenna, your question on here. I'm just going to write it down really quickly while we're waiting for Dr. Ken D. Berry to come on. And, oopsies. Hi, Dr. Ken. Woo! Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Very good. I just got busy, finished with a very busy morning in clinic, and now I'm got some family time. Yes. Did your daughter win her basketball game last week? Is the most pressing question. Yes, and last night they played again, and they beat the crap out of this team who had beaten them earlier in the year, and she scored 16 points. So, yeah, I was very proud of Papa.
I bet you, puffing your chest out. That's
exactly
awesome.
Right.
Good for her. 16 points. That's incredible. Is she a post?
She's a freshman, and she's a wing, but she often plays down low as well. She's very aggressive. I don't know where she gets that from.
I would have no idea. I would have no idea where she'd possibly even get that from. So we have Dr. Ken. So let me do your introduction, and then I have tons of questions for you.
Okay,
I've been highlighting them in a scientific manner with my son's yellow crayon. Yes. So I have tons of questions for you. So this is Dr. Ken D. Berry. If y'all don't know, you need to go over and on Facebook, go like his Facebook page right now. And in fact, while we're sitting here, everyone needs to share this video. Yes. Click like, click subscribe. I noticed last week the analytics were a little down. It drew a little tear in my eye. Not really, but so make sure you share it. He's also on Amazon, #1 best-selling book on Amazon. I will put in the description link below. It's an awesome book. I have not finished it. I'm coming around the bend. It's really good. So go check that out. He's my keto expert. He really is my keto go-to doctor expert, because I love his down-home country, keep it simple approach of where he's going to tell you like it is. Last week he cussed at me.
But in a loving way, right?
In a loving, nice way, which is fabulous. So let's dive into it, Dr. Ken. Do we have any, is it no holds bar? Like, can I just go into it? Okay.
Let's go.
Sweet. Okay, so my first question is, how do you know when you're in ketosis? What tells you that you're in ketosis besides some sort of gadget that I need to go purchase?
So when you're first starting out, you may not know for sure if you're in ketosis or not. There are several gadgets like you talked about. You can check urine ketone sticks. That's one way to give you a rough guess if you're in ketosis. There's actually a blood test, a serum ketone meter that's just like checking your blood sugar, but it's very expensive to do that currently. No one will make the strips cheaper. And there's also now, I think, a breathalyzer type thing that you can do as well, but I think it's probably the most expensive of the three options. The serum, the checking your blood, is the most accurate, but as the Countess will tell you, after you've been doing this for a while, you can just feel it. You can just tell. You've got a mental clarity and a mental quietness. Like there's no, even if the house is on fire, you're like, okay, I got a plan. It's fine. We'll take care of this. And you're not like this, like you normally are when you're not in ketosis. Yesterday, I was very deeply in ketosis, and it was just like the most calm, pleasurable calm, not a boring calm, but just the most pleasant calmness. And I had a terribly busy day in the office, and sometimes that gets under my skin a little bit. But no, when I'm in ketosis, it's just like, boom, what's next? Let's go, baby. I'm ready to go. Yeah. And so, but you may not be able to detect that when you're first starting out with ketosis. But that's how I can tell now, is I can just feel the mental clarity and the mental calmness when I'm deep in ketosis.
Nice. So this is my personal question of how do you get rid of Charlie horses when you can't take like a banana?
So first of all, let's dispel the myth that a banana is high in potassium. That's a myth. There's like 20 different veggies that are much higher in potassium than bananas. Okay. Spinach is very high. Avocado is very high. Any of the green brassicas are pretty high, okay? And if you Google that, you'll see that banana's like number 40 on the list of natural foods. Really? Yeah, and so never ever think you need a banana. Unless you want a banana, then don't be kidding yourself. Just go eat a banana. But you don't need a banana. Sometimes a banana is just a banana, right? But you don't need a banana for potassium ever. You need maybe some spinach, like a handful of raw spinach. That's going to give you immediate potassium. You can also buy potassium over the counter. It's just a natural element. And so you can do it that way as well. But if you're and then also if you'll get new salt, I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but back in the old days, when we thought that real salt was bad for you, which is sodium chloride, we would tell patients to get new salt, NU, not NEW, and it has potassium chloride in it. And so if you're having trouble with a lot of cramps until your body gets used to this, you can use new salt, or you can get the over-the-counter potassium supplement, or you can just eat more spinach.
Okay. Well, on Instagram, if you haven't seen Countess of Low Carb on Instagram or Dr. Ken on Instagram, you need to go check out, because I'm lifting. I've become a lifting powerhouse.
Nice.
Me and these meatheads. People look over there and I'm like, yeah, this fatty mom's over there, and I'm like lifting my weights. But anyways, it's causing horrible cramps, like Charlie horse cramps.
Now, let's talk about this. And first of all, next time we go live, I want to see your muscles, first of all. Secondly, there's two different.
Stay tuned for next week.
There's two. Yeah, she's gonna be in her workout showing us her muscle. But there's two causes of cramps. Okay. Well, there's multiple causes, but the two we're going to talk about. And so a lot of people, when they start keto, they also start working out. Anytime you've been sedentary and you start working out, you're probably going to have some cramps. That has nothing to do with potassium. Okay. So if you really ramped up your workout, or you've just started working out when your previous workout used to be lying on the couch, you're going to have some cramps. That's just going to happen. That has nothing to do with potassium. That has to do with you beating the crap out of your muscles, and they're not used to that. And they'll cramp. They'll cramp sometimes. I can remember when I used to play basketball, after a game some nights, I'd wake up in the middle of the night with, I was 17, and I'd have a Charlie horse. My potassium wasn't low. I just really kicked booty that night and had overdone that muscle. That's all that is. That's not potassium. Now, if your workout is stable and you're used to it, or you're not working out at all and you're having muscle cramps at night, that's probably potassium. It could also be magnesium being low. But if you've just started a workout, don't think that's low potassium. That's just your muscles getting used to the new workout.
Okay. See, I'm a former athlete. It's hard. I am a former athlete, surprisingly. So I know like the difference between like being sore, but this is like, it hurt.
Yeah. No, ramped up your workout. I mean, you can have a terrible cramp, but that's not from low potassium. That's just because you overstress that muscle, not in a bad way. That's how you make your muscle stronger. Yeah, but that's what that is.
So how many milligram, whatever the units are, of magnesium should I be taking?
So most people need anywhere from 300 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams a day. And what the best rule of thumb is to let your bowel movements decide when you're having enough magnesium, right? And so if you're having good regular, let's not get too graphic here, but just,
Dr. Ken, you
everything's
always
okay.
bring up poops with me. Every
Poop is
single video,
important.
you're just trying to make me blush. You're trying to make me blush.
Poop is
Continue.
important, okay? Everybody does it, or everybody should. That's an old
Not the
song lyric.
Countess.
Sorry. But except for the Countess and Nisha, my wife, you guys I know. So if you're taking too much magnesium, then you're going to be loose in the restroom. Let's put it that way. If you're not taking enough, then you're going to be bound up or constipated. Okay.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so if you're taking 300 milligrams at night, every night, and you're not sleeping great and you're constipated, then that's not enough. Take 600 and then do that for a few days. If that's not enough, take 900. All those doses are perfectly fine for anybody with normal kidney function and no serious medical problems. If you have any of those things, obviously talk to your doctor before you do any of this. But if anybody out there is taking magnesium and you know what I'm talking about in the bathroom, click the heart button, so that we can see how many of you guys are having that positive or negative feedback from taking enough or too much magnesium.
I can't take it.
Sorry. Poop happens.
Yeah,
there we
it
go.
does.
So I see a few hearts. You guys give us a heart. Give us a thumb. Tag somebody in this. Share this. Ask somebody to join, because the only way I can reach more than the people I reach in my clinic every day is if you guys are sharing this so we can help more people.
Yeah, that's right. Amen.
Anybody out there from Tennessee? Look at my cool Tennessee glass. Is that the coolest thing ever? Look at that. Sorry.
Would that be Tennessee, the orange color, Tennessee Titans?
This is actually the Tennessee state flag. That's the little thing there. Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I don't watch sports. I play, I don't watch. I'm not a watcher, I'm a doer. So,
which was one of my questions, Dr. Ken. We are very concerned. You said in one of your videos you don't exercise. Why do you not exercise?
Well, I don't go to the gym and run on the treadmill for an hour. Now, I'm very active. I've got a little farm, in the rolling hills of Tennessee. I work on the farm. I play ball with my daughters. I kick soccer balls with Morgan, and I shoot basketballs with Abby Grace. And I'm always very, very active. But as far as just I went to the gym and I worked out for an hour and a half. Never do I do that, ever. And I don't think that it's bad to do that. I just hate the monotony of doing it. So I would much rather have my chainsaw out in the woods, chopping down trees and throwing logs and, doing stuff like that than I would lifting weights for an hour and a half. I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't know.
Dr. Ken's a lumberjack.
Sort of, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. That's so cool. So cool. Yeah. So someone asked, should they exercise on keto?
You're just saying, you should always be active. And so we always play the game. Let's go back in time 30,000 years, right? How active were they? They were as active as they needed to be. If they could lay around in the cave all day and there was plenty of food, they did that. But then if something chased them, they ran really fast. If they had to climb the mountain to get something, they did. If they had to lift and move rocks they did what needed to be done. And so your diet really can help your body stay in great shape without you feeling the need to really just kill yourself in the gym 5 days a week. All you have to do to prove this to yourself in a common sense way is to look at the tiger when you're watching PBS, right? What does the tiger do? I don't know if we've talked about this, but he literally sleeps for days at a time, just like your house cat. He's just like that. He'll sleep for 3 days, and then he'll get up and stretch, and he'll go run 50 miles an hour and catch a gazelle, and he'll eat the entire thing, and then he goes and gets back in the tree and sleeps for 3 days. But yet he's nothing but rippling muscle, right? He doesn't go to the gym. He doesn't get on the treadmill. He does what tigers do. And so my point is he's eating what he's supposed to eat. Now, if you captured that tiger and put him in the zoo and started feeding him tiger chow, the fake crap, he would immediately get fat. But you think, oh, it's so bad they're laying around in the zoo. No, that's what they love to do. They want to lay around. But they eat real food when they're out in the wild, and therefore their body just goes to its natural set point. And I tell people, they're like, oh, you work out all the time. There's no way you don't. I'm like, no, I really don't. And he's just in the background going, he don't ever work out. But if you eat the right diet, if you feed your body what it wants, it optimizes your hormones naturally, and it optimizes everything. And so your muscles, your bones, your body fat percentage just kind of goes where it should be. And so I'm not saying that you can compete in Mr. Olympia without working out. If you want to do that, you got to work out. Okay. But if you want to be fit and trim and not be jacked up, then you don't really have to work out to get that. You just have to eat the right diet. But I'm not against working out at all. I'm like you. I used to be a serious athlete. I played 3 sports and was on scholarship for a minute until I blew out my knee and all that kind of blah blah. But I love athletics. I love to play and I love to compete. But as far as watching sports, no, I don't do that. And I hate going to the gym and doing repetitive things. I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, we know your affinity towards Diet Mountain Dew occasionally. You spilled the can of beans a few weeks ago, and don't think that I haven't remembered that. So what is your medical opinion on sugar-free products? What do you think about eating sugar-free products?
So if you're on the internet much, you know that it ranges from conspiracy theory, oh my God, it'll kill you and your kids, to, oh, it's perfectly fine. I think the truth, like most things, is probably somewhere in between. I try to avoid aspartame and sucralose and saccharin completely. I try to never ever use them, and I don't really base that on any medical research. I just feel like they're not healthy. I don't like they give me the heebie-jeebies, so I just don't use them. I use stevia, and then we recently bought some monk fruit extract, and that's really nice. It's a softer kind of sweet than the stevia. It's not as harsh. And then we also bought some erythritol, and that's not bad either. I like both of those. And Nisha's favorite is the monk fruit extract. She loves that. But I'll tell you, here's the deal. You know, when NutraSweet was coming on to the market, that's before my time. I don't remember that, but you may remember that, Countess. I don't know. But it was, okay. Do you know who the CEO or the CFO of Cerel was when they were bringing that to the country? Do you know who it was?
I don't, but I'm sure you'll enlighten me.
Donald Rumsfeld.
Really?
Yep. Before that, they were kind of floundering and they were having trouble with these medical studies not looking so great, like it maybe wasn't so healthy. And then when Donald Rumsfeld took over, magically, NutraSweet was the safest damn thing in the world for you. And it was, and they, I don't know if everybody remembers, but they sent everybody in the nation a gumball. You remember that? They sent everybody a gumball in the mail. You got a gumball that was sweetened with NutraSweet. The best marketing ever in the universe.
Really smart.
Yeah. And so it probably cost them $100,000 to send everybody a gumball, but then you didn't die after you ate the gumball, so it must be fine.
Right.
Not realizing that there are kinds of poisons in life that are very slow poisons that take years and years to damage you, right? And I'm not saying NutraSweet's one, I'm just saying. So, anything that Donald Rumsfeld has been intimately involved in, I'm probably not comfortable putting that in my body, just saying. Yeah. So that's my hesitation with all those is they're made in a factory. They're synthetic. They're not real. And so that spooks me a little. I don't like that.
Okay. So it's going to be rapid fire sweeteners. Did you make that sweetener video yet on your amazing YouTube channel?
No, we're still experimenting with the sweeteners. And Nisha, poor thing, has mono right now. So she's on the couch with the puppies. She's laid up. So, yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask Mrs. Berry if I could interview her one time with you.
Yeah. You would love that. She's so awesome. She tries to not be too public, but she's great. She's got a vlog on YouTube where she does fashion stuff. And that's growing pretty well. And she loves the fashion and she loves travel and she loves that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to, I'll give you the link to her YouTube blog and you can check that out. Yeah, definitely.
Yes. But if she puts up with you, I feel like I need some.
Exactly. Right. But she's great. She's a great interview. You'll have a blast with her.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Okay. So it's rapid fire sweetener because I got about a million questions on this.
Let's go.
Crystalline monk fruit. Okay. Or no?
Yeah. I think most of the monk fruits, but always look and make sure that the corporation hasn't included some maltodextrin or a bunch of preservatives and crap because that's not necessary. Okay. The monk fruit I got is just monk fruit crystals. That's what we got, and it's a much softer sweet than stevia.
Okay. Sucralose. Sucralose.
Watch out for Splenda because they put maltodextrin in it, which can elevate your insulin and your blood sugar. Pure sucralose is not terrible, but it's kind of hard to find. Usually they want to put maltodextrin in it. I don't know why that is. But if you can find it pure, it's all right. It's still synthetic. It's been chemically messed with, and it's not one of my favorites, but I don't think it's terrible.
Stevia.
Yeah, stevia is my go-to. I've actually grown stevia in my garden before. It's just a plant, and you
can grow it?
Yeah. It's just a plant, and that's the thing. Back when NutraSweet was coming on the scene, they almost got stevia outlawed in America, because that's what you do in corporate America. You destroy the enemy.
Yeah.
That's what you do. And it was just on the verge of being outlawed in America. And it's a plant.
Really?
It just grows. You can grow it in your garden. You can buy the seeds from, Baker's Creek has heirloom seeds that are non-GMO. They have thousands of different species of every kind of everything you can imagine. And I love Baker's Creek, and I bought some stevia seeds and grew them. And like the leaf, it's like, how you can take mint and it's immediately minty. Same way, you pop it in your mouth and it's super sweet. Yeah. And you can actually dry your leaves and grind them up and make your own stevia. I've done that before, but that's work and it's a pain in the butt. So I just buy the stuff from from China Mart.
Right.
But it's good stuff though. Yeah. And stevia is my favorite.
That is your favorite. Okay,
Yeah,
good. That was going to be one of my questions. If anyone else, so while we're going to take a quick pause break for everyone to like this video, share this video, click the heart if you've had a bowel movement today. Just kidding. That's one of Dr. Ken D. Berry's things. Go check out his YouTube. Go check out his #1 best-selling Amazon book. It is really, really missed. My doctor told me. It's a really, really good book.
And you guys need to be sharing. You're not sharing. I can feel the non-sharing going on. Click the damn share button.
You too, Dr. Ken. You too.
I do.
Look at over there.
I'm over here. I'm going to hit the little. Here, I'm going to hit something. I haven't had a bowel movement yet, so I'm going to hit the frowny face.
Too much information.
Then I got there's the blush. There's the blush. I knew I could get it.
I cannot take it. How long can I safely?
No, never mind.
Please stop. Make it stop. Please make it stop. Switching topics, taking a right turn. How long can I safely fast for?
How long can you fast for? Months.
Safely, yes.
Months. Yeah, months. Now that's a very good question though. So what I do is intermittent fasting, and I'll fast for anywhere from 12 to 20 hours, pretty much every day. But my average is usually 14 to 18 hours every day. Like last night, I ate at 8 p.m. That's when I finished, and I haven't eaten anything today. And I probably won't eat again until 4, 5, 6, depending on if Nisha feels like getting up and wants something or something. But then I think that's safe to do every day, because go back in time, 30,000 years, our little game we play. I mean, it was standard. You would fast for 12 to 14 hours every single day because it was dark and you didn't go out in the dark. Something would eat you, right? So you stayed in a protected place until the light was up. And, in the winter, it's only light for 6 hours, right? And so you didn't go out in the dark. That was not wise, because you'd break an ankle. And back then, you broke an ankle, you're dead, right? Yeah. If you stepped on a stick and gashed your leg, you're dead. That was it. You're done. You didn't live, right? And so you didn't take chances. And that's why, you didn't, Grok never went out and ran a half marathon. He didn't do that. That would be stupid back then. So that's right. One of my other arguments for not being a long distance runner. It's just dumb. But so I think intermittent fasting is the safest form of fasting. I think all fasting is safe, because if you guys will think about it for a minute, religions have fasted for eons, right? For, Ramadan and for Passover and all this stuff.
Yes.
And Christians used to fast, and not many Christians fast in America anymore because we've gotten too modern and too, busy with life. But it used to be standard. All the big religions, that was just part of your religious belief, is you fasted. And so I don't know of any published studies where somebody died of doing a fast ever, actually. And I know that the longest fast was over a year. A guy who was grossly obese in the United Kingdom, he did a water fast, and I think he maybe took some supplements and some salt, and that was it for over a year. He lost a ton of weight, but after 2 or 3 days, the hunger went away. His energy level was fine, and he was as ketotic as you can get, right? Because all he was burning was his body fat, and he did it for over a year, and he was totally fine. Now, he was under medical supervision, and I recommend that anybody, if you're going to fast for more than 3 days, you need to talk to your doc and be under at least pseudo-medical supervision until you get used to it. I don't recommend dry fasting. That's becoming more and more talked about on the internet, and that's where you don't even, it's like a no water fast, like nothing.
Oh, yeah.
You sew your mouth shut for however long. I think there are probably benefits to that, but that is not a beginner move. You don't do that until you've done some intermittent fasting, until you've done a 2-day water fast. Then after you've done your research, if you want to try a 24-hour dry fast, you can try that. And I think there are definite benefits to it, but it's not a beginner move.
What would you, okay. I have more questions on that, but we'll save it for next week. Will you come back next week? You don't leave yet. I have more questions, but will you come back next week?
Let's do it.
Hey, if you like this video, click like, click subscribe. We are going to make this a 2-part series, so the second video will be coming up on a different episode, and I'll put it in the description links below so you can see part 2 of it.